Proteins are important for normal function of a cell. Proteins are made up of linear sequence of amino acids which coil around itself to give proteins its unique three-dimensional structures. Some of the super famous proteins include hemoglobin, which carry oxygen to different parts of the body, insulin, lack of which leads to diabetes, immunoglobulins, which confer immunity against various diseases, all of which have unique structure. Hence, it becomes important to know the structure of protein to understand its function. One of the important methods to know structure of proteins is X-ray crystallography, in which the protein of interest is collected, crystals of the proteins are grown, and then the crystals are subjected to X-ray diffraction and the pattern collected. But this is just half of the story. To know the structure, we also need something called phase information. Phase information can be derived by two important ways: experimental phasing, which is generally very time consuming, costly and tedious, and molecular replacement, which costs only a fraction of time and money and is widely used world over. In this technique, the phase information is derived from structure of a similar protein. But there is a catch. Let me explain this with an exaggerated example. Let's assume we don't know how James Bond looks and want to solve for his structure through molecular replacement. With X-ray crystallography, we get diffraction data alone, and that's not sufficient to solve for the structure of James Bond. But we do know some of the properties of James Bond, like he's a spy, he's handsome and awesome. Now, we know another person who shares similar properties as James Bond. Yes, it's none other than Austin Powers. Behave! Probably better than James Bond, but anyway, let's debate about it some other day. Now, we take phase information from Austin Powers and determine the structure of James Bond through molecular replacement, and this is what you get. Unless we know how the true James Bond looks, we would presume what we have solved as structure of James Bond is perfect. In this case, though we have nearly got the structure of James Bond right, there are clearly some features which are biased towards Austin Powers. We can identify the bias as we know how James Bond actually looks. If not, there is no easy way to tell if there is any bias in the structure or not. This is what is called model bias or phase bias, which could be a serious problem in protein structural biology. So what now? Well, just like in the James Bond example, I take a protein for which structure is already known and then redetermine the structure using its diffraction data alone by using phase information from similar proteins for which structure is already known. Then these two structures are compared to identify, quantify and understand if there is any bias. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I am Kaushik here saying goodbye to all of you. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Who is that?
Well, it's me, God.
What? God? How can that be possible?
Look at you. Are you truly Kaushik?
Yes, but what's so funny?
Well, my child, I had to use phase information from your father, you know. I at least got you almost right.
What do you mean almost right? God. God. Huh? Hello? Huh? Yes. Oh, okay. Nothing, you know. I think I had a terrible dream. Yeah. I had this crazy dream where God has used a face information from my dad to model me. Yes, it sounds crazy. And I was all me, but with lot of bias due to molecular replacement. And I was actually looking quite funny. Well, probably I will be like that when I'm older. I don't know. But anyways, actually, you know what? It's good. It's good that you called me. I actually haven't done with that paper yet. Yeah, I really need your help. Yes.